Hello my viewers and welcome back to my channel. I welcome you to today's update on a video I shared a few days ago where a young black teenager simply walking through his neighborhood was subjected to harassment and intimidation by 4 adult palm color men. Their reason, his skin color. Now, if you haven't seen the video yet, then just scroll through my channel. You will find it so that we should be on the same page. In that disturbing video that circulated social media, we witnessed the ugly face of racism. 4 adult men, driven by hate and racism, targeted a minor simply because of his race. But today, I bring you an update on the consequences of their actions. Thanks to swift investigations and community pressure, one of the perpetrators, Stephen Karega, has been terminated from his job. His employer, LSEG, took a strong stance against discrimination, stating, "We operate a zero-tolerance policy against any form of discrimination, prejudice, or harassment." But that's not all. A third individual involved in the harassment, Rom Nobrega, an aircraft loan officer at First Source Bank, has been also identified. His role in this incident raises questions about accountability and the pervasive nature of racism. So with that said, let's take a look at these videos as different people share more information on this. I will be right back.
Stephen Karega has been terminated from his job. It was reported a couple of days ago that they were investigating the matter, but they moved forward with terminating him. You can go to their Instagram page and see it for yourself. They posted this statement about 4 hours ago saying, "You may be aware of a concerning video shared on social media which featured one of our employees in the U.S. The individual involved was initially suspended while we investigated the matter. The investigation has now concluded and the individual's employment has been terminated. We expect the conduct of our employees to meet a high standard. LSEG operates a zero-tolerance policy against any form of racism, discrimination, prejudice, or harassment." The empath in me never wants to see someone lose their livelihood, but at the same time it's like your actions have consequences, and for the life of me I just cannot fathom what these guys were thinking. Why didn't they just back off?
Been fired. I appreciate DLP66 for leaving this comment. I didn't know this yet. We had just finished dinner and I came back and picked up my phone, and this was one of the first comments that I saw. And here's the statement from the company. "You may be aware of a concerning video shared on social media which featured one of our employees in the U.S. The individual involved was initially suspended while we investigated the matter. The investigation is now concluded and the individual's employment has been terminated." They go on to say, "We expect the conduct of our employees to meet a high standard. LSEG operates a zero-tolerance policy against any form of racism, discrimination, prejudice, or harassment." There were a few of you in the comments that asked, well, what does what he did in his own time, his private time, have to do with his job? I guarantee you this company had a policy about conduct on social media or just in general outside in your private life. And this video going viral, everybody that created a video about this, the word getting out there, made this happen. And I'll say this, as I said in one of my previous videos on a different topic, when information gets out there about somebody and that person faces consequences like this, like losing their job, don't feel bad because they lost their job. We did not make Stephen Karega lose his job. Stephen Karega's actions that were caught on film made Stephen Karega lose his job.
We have identified the third person, which is the guy on the bike in the green shirt. Dinesh found his picture, and his name is Rom Nobrega. Rom, whose real name is Romulo Nobrega, is an aircraft loan officer at First Source Bank. You see where it says he went to Bethel University? Well, old Romulo here was just inducted into their Hall of Fame over at Bethel. I guess he was really good at soccer. Romulo is from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and he was at Bethel sometime around 2011. And Rom is also in charge of, I guess, the soccer team or soccer league over at Sky Ranch. We have a few more people to identify, and we're going to get to the bottom of this.
So 2 updates on Stephen Karega. Both of these people in the comments actually alerted me to these. So Pure Royalty LLC, thank you for this one. He's been suspended. Yes, this is from Stephen Karega's employer's Instagram page. They say, "We are investigating concerning reports on social media involving one of our employees. The individual has been suspended while we investigate."
Yo, for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why these people were so upset with them gentlemen for protecting their neighborhood. And I couldn't figure out, I'm like, yo, that's what you want. You want the upstanding citizens of your neighborhood to protect it, protect your valuables, protect your children. They like to call it walking while black, and I'm just like, nah, it's some good profile, and that's some good police work. If those hoodlums and hoodlums that look like that are walking around my neighborhood, I want boys to come out and, protect my neighborhood just like they did. So this morning I wrote a letter on behalf of the black community, the actual ones that actually have had fathers. They know what it is like to protect children and, things like that. I wrote a letter and I said, those men need to be thanked. I offered to send them breakfast, offered to give them a letter of recommendation from the black community that matters. Not these EBT warriors, man. EBT warriors always want to be victims. Some of us aren't victims. They promote bad behavior and they get on the internet and cry about it. It don't matter. I wish every neighborhood had a group of men that stand up, law-abiding men, like those men. The problem is, y'all don't know any of those types of men, because you don't even have men in your own families. Let's get at them.
Now, this comes right after a video went viral about a black teenager being harassed by neighbors when he went searching for a phone signal in his gated Sarasota neighborhood after Hurricane Milton. Now, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Officer did initiate a full investigation into an incident turned altercation that gathered national attention when a video posted to TikTok and Facebook social media sites went viral with millions of views in a single day. Now, on Thursday, October 10th, just one day following the historic landfall of Category 3 Hurricane Milton, a young black male recorded himself while walking about his neighborhood and being harassed, followed and threatened by self-proclaimed concerned neighbors, insistent that the young man identify himself and his place of residence. Now, London Stock Exchange Group PLC terminated an employee after it investigated a concerning video of him following this black teen around what his mother said was his Florida neighborhood. Now, the company terminated Stephen Carrega after he was identified in a video in which he and his neighbors followed a brother while he walked around his neighborhood. Now, this recent incident where these four palm-color adult men harassed a black teenager in his own neighborhood is just a stark reminder of the entrenched racism plaguing our society. How can grown men with life experience and supposed maturity intimidate and belittle a minor simply because of his skin color? This incident is not just disturbing. It's reprehensible. The power dynamics at play are staggering. 4 adults versus 1 teenager. The audacity of these men, fueled by hatred and ignorance, demonstrates a profound lack of empathy and humanity. The termination of Stephen Carrega's job serves as a necessary consequence, sending a strong message that racism will not be tolerated. Perhaps this will sound an alarm to others as well, reminding them that their actions have repercussions. Imagine losing your job, reputation, and dignity, all because you cannot accept someone's existence due to their skin color. Wow, guys. This is the stark reality of systemic racism. Individuals perpetrating harm blinded by their own biases. This incident raises critical questions. What kind of society raises adults who think harassing minors is acceptable? And how can we address the systemic issues enabling such behavior? Now, according to news articles, the self-made video was posted by the young man's mother, stating in part, "This was not a 1-minute altercation. My son was followed for over 10 minutes dealing with this. I'm so happy he recorded every moment and thankful my child is still here. I do not want to live in a community that does not welcome me and my children because of the color of our skin." Now, she goes on to reference the 2009 tragedy of Trayvon Martin and further writes, "I'm posting this because people need to see that racism still exists. This is racial profiling and harassment at its finest." Now, the unnecessary inflated incident plays upon fears of looting and pupilling, as reinforced by Polk County's well-televised sheriff, Judd Crady, and Florida's governor, Ron DeSantis, as stated in their corresponding post-Milton press conferences. A portion of the recorded conversation between the smiling teenager calmly walking through the sidewalks and streets of his neighborhood while the neighborhood was still under shelter-in-place orders post-storm, being followed by the two aggressive questioners on foot, on bicycle, in a golf cart, and in a car with additional neighbors and children gathering in the pursuit. Now, the two men heard in the recording have been identified on Facebook as Stephen Carriga and Jeffrey Gardner. Both have since removed their public profiles and non-affiliations to Sky Ranch Homeowners Association and Florida's Open Carry and Stand Your Ground pew-pew laws. Carriga is seen in the video being physically restrained by a third unidentified man. Trevor Harvey, president of the local NAACP, has taken up cause along with the teen's mother, referencing the deeply disturbing comparison with the tragic case of Ahmaud Arbery. Sky Ranch employees, residents, and HOA members have not responded to repeated attempts for comment. Now, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Department has assigned detectives and are conducting eyewitness interviews. They have declared commitment to taking appropriate actions for the safety of all Sarasota residents, regardless of skin tone. We have finally come to the end of the video, but what do my viewers have to say? Share your thoughts, your views as well in the comment section. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.